What's up, Dave?
Vinod, what's happening?
How are you, my friend?
I am good. Real good. 2026 is off and running, man.
Can you believe we're alive, we're kicking, we're having a great year and looking forward to a lot of success in 2026.
Starting off in a great way. And I love that you said we're kicking.
We are kicking. We are kicking. Fun one for our audience. Every year, Dave and I, we have usually around October, November timeframe, the juices start going and we start thinking, what's that vision? What's that mindset? What's that mantra into the next year? And we have a lot of fun with it here at Guaranteed Rate
Yeah.
Affinity. But this year, we are excited to get your kicks in 26. So, what does that mean to you, Double D?
I'm glad we're doing this because I know people have heard it, they've seen it. Our team is off and running. And, before I would say what gets your kicks in 26 is I'd almost back up to like the year before and how we sort of got here. Because the year before, our mantra was high five and 25.
Yep.
So high five and 2025. And that sort of culminated from like this 23, 24. Yes, those were downshifts. And I've been doing this for 38 years. So I've been through markets that have shifted up and markets have shifted down in drastic ways. And I found the vibe of almost everybody in the industry, finding myself there every once in a while, with 23 and 24, where we talked about how hard things were. And it's kind of like talking about the weather, and the weather is this, and the weather's that. You can't change it. And so, what you can do is change your mindset and how you go about things.
Yeah.
And so, we sort of were like, well, let's get out. It was also kind of after, like, a lot of people hadn't fully gone back to offices yet. Real estate agents, loan officers, everybody else I know, out in the work community was like slowly getting back to work, but we lost a lot of connectivity that way, you know? So we started 2025 with, okay, we control the vibe, we control our presence, and let's get out, high five each other because 2025 is going to be a market. Don't know if it's going to be a great market, bad market. It's going to be a market. Let's go win our unfair share, as I like to say, of the market. So it was high five, and it was awesome because we're around celebrating each other more, seeing each other more, supporting each other more, loan officers, real estate agents, all the connectivity was great. So then, as we went through 2025, you remember when it was the fall, we were in, it was Las Vegas for Coldwell Banker's Gen Blue.
Yeah.
And we did a presentation on all the unique products and programs and solutions that had evolved out of the last couple of years. And I was blown away and it wasn't like we emptied a war chest. We have a lot of products and programs that developed just in the last 2 or 3 years, but we gave a handful of the ones that made the most impact that we saw in our volume in the last couple of years. And we had a room full of real estate agents, and as every slide would come up and present a new solution, product, or program, all the phones started coming out. And every slide, there was a picture and another picture and another picture, and the whole room. So it's like this, they're holding up their cameras. So I was like, oh my gosh, we have got to get out and be more visible, more vocal, and more consistent in all of that to share the good news that there has been a proliferation of products and programs that didn't exist before that now exist and provide solutions that a lot of loan officers don't even know. And then certainly a degree away than you would expect almost no real estate agents are going to know. You take a degree away from that, and now most potential home buyers in your communities would not know. So that's where, so we started talking. We're like, we've got to get out and be out more visible, more consistent, more education, more value in the communities and with our real estate agents so that we can provide confidence. There's a lot more products and solutions than there ever been, and they provide access in still what is a challenging affordability environment that maybe was not there before. So I don't know how it got going. Then we're going to get out. We're going to be out more. 2026 was on, and we're trying to find a theme. I think we stumbled across Get Your Kicks in 26, which, back to your original question, symbolized us getting out. And lo and behold, it's obviously ties off of Route 66. We're making a play there. And lo and behold, we find out at Route 66, it's the 100th year anniversary of Route 66.
That's it,
So
this year.
it's kind of cool. We tie it all together. But yeah, so if you really tie it then to how we got where, a long story, I took you to how we got in our mindset. But then this, what Route 66 symbolizes, you know, and it's opportunity. It's on the horizon. Get out, go just beyond the
Movement.
horizon and
One of the
find that
things we
opportunity.
always, yeah, we always talked about movement, getting out there. And anybody that's listening to this fun little snippet here, Route 66, it started from Chicago to Santa Monica,
Oh, that's right.
and it's
Isn't that
it's
crazy?
really taken the country by storm. And then, just like you said, Dave, it's getting out there, it's having fun, it's that nostalgia, it's that movement, and it really comes back to opportunity. So that's where I think it really ties back to our business, where thinking about what you mentioned with all of our products and our portfolio of solutions for home buyers needs, we're really proud of that, and we want to
Yeah.
shout from the rooftops. And the cool thing that we got is, we got some of the best loan officers in the business, in fact 400 of them, and they're out in their local markets, they're partnering with real estate agents, and they want to storytell. And this sort of movement that we're creating with Get
Yeah.
Your Kicks in 26, really at the end of the day, what I love about it, it's that opportunity for home buyers. Like, hey, in the crazy environment we've been in the past few years, affordability is more there than and that's where
Yeah.
we come and play with all of these different products and these options. And yeah, it's fun. We're having a little bit of fun with it, aren't we?
We are having fun. You and the team had some fun with branding. So I love all the cool stuff we've brought to the theme to give everybody, just stuff and have a good time with it. And but really bring the symbolism and the branding together again for, I love the word uses, for opportunity and just to share with everybody. I think we can get, between us and our real estate agent partners, we can get more people in homes this year than the years before through all of this access to different products and programs. But it has to come with education because there's way too many.
Yeah.
I think there's way too many potential home buyers on the sidelines, waiting for the right time, or they think they don't have the right time or the product or program that's going to meet their needs. So that's and beyond products and programs, something that just comes to mind as an opportunity, as you say, in today's market. And I was just reading an article last night, and every market's different. I know we're just talking out loud here, but we cover the whole country. Um, but there are markets where, and I would say nationally, price cuts on homes is a little higher this year at this time than last year. But in some markets, it's actually over 50%. So 50% of the homes or more that go onto the market take a price cut, and that average price cut is, I mean, you're seeing 5 or 10%, price cuts. So when I think about opportunity, again, so this goes back to education. As one example, is the opportunity for the seller and the listing agent to offer that property with a seller paid buy down. And when we do the math, and there's so many, and the reason I only bring this up is because I've been out to a couple of open houses and talked to agents who are the listing agent at the property here, and there are price cuts a little bit more prevalent in the DFW area where I live than
Yeah.
across the rest of the country. And they didn't know about that opportunity. When you do the math, every single time the buy down cost from the seller is less than they would have reduced the price for the property. The payment is lower for the buyer than it would have been had they just reduced the price. So you've got less price cut, more money in the pocket of the seller. You've got a better monthly payment situation for the buyer, and then lo and behold, you have a real estate agent that didn't have to cut the price for the home either. So it works out great for everybody. But that's just one instance of something I think for us and geared through Affinity, but the whole industry has got to do a better job of getting out there and providing those kinds of opportunities and solutions so that we can unlock more inventory.
Yeah.
So more sellers can see the path to sell their home, list it, but also maybe buy another one, sellers or buyers, but then buyers to find, and for also too, I would just say for the seller to separate themselves from other properties being listed, but then for the buyer to find something that gives them a monthly payment that they're looking for. Because this year, as rates have come down, we started the year around low sixes, and beginning of 2025 was the low sevens. So the monthly payment had already come down a little bit, but you can nearly almost double what that impact was with this buy down. Just one example of opportunity. And so again, for us, that's why I love this theme of just get out on the open road, get into sales meetings, educate real estate agents, work with real estate agents to educate in the communities. So attend community events to educate first-time home buyers, others considering buying homes.
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. I mean, the buy down's one. There's obviously so many different products that we have, but it really comes back down to that education component. So a little bit of fun that we've been having. You guys see the little background that we got here. We got a fun logo that we've created, a little bit of that nostalgia from back in the day. But it's all about
66.
There we go, accelerating your success. And some of the things as a marketer, what we've done to have a little bit of fun with it, to get the buy-in with our loan officers, to get out there and have fun. We got fun t-shirts that we've made. We've got fun little keychains that we've made. We actually branded some Converse for our sales leadership and our sales team to get out there and just hit the open pavement. So it's that sort of mindset that we have, and we're taking that movement across the entire country. And it's really generating a lot of buzz, and we're having a lot of fun with it. And it's creating a lot of positivity, and that positivity really resonates. We say this all the time, you want to work with winners, and our loan officers are out there and our business is winning in the marketplace because we're having a little bit of fun with all of our different storytelling, with all of our products in our portfolio. And, affordability in home buying is still the absolute best investment in people's lives. And we want to make sure that that stays top of mind. But again, we're having a little bit of fun with it. So who knows what 27 is going to bring us, Dave? We'll have to start thinking about that theme.
You got to think about the theme.
Yeah, we're going to keep this going alive for all of 26. But we're also doing more fun things. One thing I love about our business, we're really charitable. And we've actually partnered with charities, one being Souls for gently used shoes, and taking those shoes out into areas where there's a need, and having a little bit of fun with it with a 5K, partnering up with our branch offices, our loan officers, tapping on the shoulder of their friends, family, and industry referral partners, and getting out. And again, having that movement. But it all really comes back to symbolizing that we're an organization, focused on solutions, opportunity. But at the same time, what I love about this, Dave, is, as our leader in our business, we like to have a little bit of fun, and I think we are.
Exactly. Yeah, I love that you bring that up because, again, for loan officers, whoever's listening, we in this industry, and it can be really challenging. There's a lot at stake. Dreams of homes, get into the right neighborhoods and schools, everything, the right kind of home that people are looking for, but then there's moving. There's a lot of stress, and so we take that on, and so at the same time, you've got to have fun because really for us to portray that vibe of opportunity, homeownership opportunity, really evangelize for homeownership opportunity, you've got to have fun because you're going to have good vibes so that others feel positive about it as well. And that's really how we started. That's why I kind of tied back to 2025 because it was the year of high five, and now this is taking that high five vibe and mentality out into the markets in a bigger way. But yeah, we're having fun, and I love the Converse. I haven't worn Chucks in a long time, and those are awesome. And we got a lot of fan favorites right there. I knew this would be a fun theme, And I knew when you guys came up with the idea for the branding and the different things in the shoes, thought that would be cool. But goodness gracious, that's really taken off. So it's exciting because it gives everybody, like you just said, the positivity and the energy now to run really hard into the spring and summer market. Because for the most part, the big buying season and moving season is happening now through by the time school starts. And so this is the time to be out and about the most.
Yeah. Well, Dave, I'll see you on the road.
You got it. Thanks, Vin. Good to see you.